Hey everybody, this is your girl Jynnette the Oracle, and I'm here to give you your tarot forecast for the month of January 2019. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm so excited. This is going to be an amazing year of growth, expansion, and building upon the foundation that we laid for ourselves in 2018. I think it's going to be a glorious time, and I'm excited to share that journey with you. So this is going to be for the sign of Gemini, and Gemini, your overall energy is the Death card. Now, I know you're probably just like, why? But I actually find this really fascinating because if I remember correctly, and I should have asked before I came on, but if I remember correctly, Sagittarius had the Death card last month, which is your opposite sign, and that's the sign that Jupiter moved into, right? So I find it interesting that now you guys have the Death card. So it's like this transformation that is happening as it relates to the mind, the human mind, which is what you represent, the human intellect, and the higher mind, which is what Sagittarius represents. And I love that because, the higher mind and also Sagittarius can also mean the fundamental belief systems and constructs and archetypes which give context for our human mind to operate in. So it's like the stories, the archetypes, the different stages of development of the psyche, etc., that went through its process of transformation. And so now that that has happened, which is literally the work in the causal realm, the foundational levels, the effects on the human mind, on the Gemini principle, is now going to be showing, is now going to be coming to fruition. So I am actually really excited about this for you because I think that you will find you're going to have a new experience of yourself. One that is, I think, not necessarily going to be so much dealing with more of the back and the forth and the polarities, but really about alchemy. I think you guys are going to start discovering your inner alchemist in a different kind of way, whether this is blending the masculine and the feminine energies, whether this is finding a common ground between the mental energy and the emotional energy, which I know you guys don't really like. Air signs don't really like dealing with emotions, like all that kind of stuff. But I think that that's really on hand for you. So I'm excited. And the Death card to me, even though this isn't traditional tarot deck, but that death energy to me is actually a process of co-creation with the divine, as opposed to the Tower card energy, which is really more so about the divine stepping in and breaking us through something that we haven't been able to break out on our own. So this, for me, very much is about you tilling your own garden, your own land, and you doing your own weeding, and you actually really unpacking what has shifted and changed in your higher mind, in the deeper levels of your psyche that give rise to the human mind, the intellect, and the processing. So yeah, and whatever happens through that death process, it does leave room for new growth. So that's amazing, right? So that's your overall message and energy for the month. Pretty powerful. Now, interestingly enough, in the relationships, for those of you in committed partnerships, you have the card 16, which is defeat. All right. So now, if you know, 16 in the regular tarot is actually the Tower card. So, I mean, that could be a situation where, especially if you're going through so much transformation, you may really find that right now, you truly are a different kind of person. You may have different needs, and that may cause some disruption in an established bond. But I think ultimately it'd be for the best because really the Tower energy is really just to break what is stagnant and to innovate and to bring something new in. So I don't necessarily see this as an actual break up, but I think this is going to be a place where you guys are going to have to face something together that's not going to be comfortable. But with that being said, whatever that issue or issues are not going to be a surprise because the Tower doesn't come out of the blue. It comes after the death card process, right? So don't act surprised. All right, so for those of you who are single and looking, you have this card, 73, which is big. Okay, so this is obviously, lots of opportunity. You may really be feeling yourself. You may be feeling really motivated and open to put yourself out there. It may also be just a situation where you're getting that boost of magnetism and attraction just because there's so much fire energy that's going to be in play this month, and fire and air are complementary. So I think that the influx into Aries, which is going to have Mars and Uranus, as well as the influx in Sagittarius, which is going to have Venus and Jupiter, is potentially going to be really supportive for helping your light shine in the dating field. So definitely get out there. I think you will, like I said, be a magnet. And, if you're looking, of course. If you're not looking, I think you're also going to be fine and just, again, be feeling yourself. Now, for your career, you actually have this card, which is Doubting, number 27. So the Doubting card, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but what it is taking a second look at things. Because you may be wanting to make some transitions in your career, whether it's, a situation where you work for someone else or you work for yourself. And it's something that really is under your control. So you decide what you need to do. So if this is going after a promotion, whether this is asking for a raise, whether this is like, deciding whether or not you actually want to launch your own business on the side, et cetera, et cetera. I think those kinds of considerations are, and really weighing the risks of doing certain things or not doing certain things are really going to be in the forefront of your mind. I think that this is actually helpful for you. Okay. This is actually more of that Virgo flavor of energy, which is not really like, even though Virgo is ruled by Mercury, you don't really vibe with the Mercury, with the Virgo energy. So, but Virgo is the elder of you as a Gemini. So that may be helpful. Okay. And then lastly, in terms of your finances, you have the card Manifesting, which is like the best card to have in terms of like money and career and success and like all those kinds of things. So I think money is going to be fine for you. I think that it will continue to grow. Whatever money you are getting, especially if you're making more than you normally would, I would say put that aside, put that into savings, put that into alignment with the goals that you have for the future, especially if you're wanting to lay the foundations for launching your own business or making some shifts as it relates to career. You'll want to have that little bit of nest egg. And then, even if it's not career related and it's just your own personal financial goals of increasing your savings or having more money for investment, redoing your wardrobe, whatever it is, when you get such a good energy in your money, use it, because these are seeds for planting what you really want for the future. So yeah, Gemini, I think it's going to be an amazing month. I'm really excited for you. If you would like to do a personalized reading with me, you can book a session at my website, innersonalchemy.com. Yeah, but besides that, please like the video, please share, please subscribe. Leave in the comments below what is happening for you in the month. I'd really appreciate it. And Happy New Year. Love you guys much. Bye-bye.